Good morning, everyone. Sorry about that. Like I said yesterday, my Keurig broke. My Keurig coffee machine broke, and so I'm having to use like one of those French press things that my wife has to make my coffee, and so it's taking substantially longer than it typically does. Not that bad of a morning today. We got a few decent movers. Not as good as yesterday, so we'll see how the market ends up turning out, but not too bad here. Keeping an eye on a few smaller stocks. AMD. You can also see Facebook just massively tanked yesterday. Just massive tank in Facebook. You can see Facebook shares dropped a pretty big amount on bad earnings yesterday. So see where the tech sector goes today. Let's see. Keep an eye on HMNY, QCOM, AMD, MU. But these are probably my main watches. We'll see how many of them are actually tradable. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll go ahead and call Mitch. Good morning, Missouri, Adley, D Champion, Netron, Lucas, Anthony, Seven, Rahiv, Arian, Amy, Mike, Huguete, Salty. What's up, guys? Eric, Adam. Good morning. Adam, if I get a new one, I'm probably just gonna buy a new one. You know, I don't want a used coffee maker, but I appreciate it anyway, brother. But yeah, hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna call Mitch, see if Mitch is here. He said should be ready at 8:55. Okay, that's now. I'll go ahead and call him. Yo, what's up, Mitch? How you doing, brother? Yeah, I was too, man. My Keurig broke down. Oh, it was a joke. Sorry, Adam. It's still a little early. I haven't even had my coffee yet, so the humor flew past me, brother. Sorry about that, man. I'll be right back, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go get my coffee, so I'll be right back. Mitch, can you hold the stream down? All right, appreciate it. All right, I'm back with my coffee. All right, so oh wait, Mitch, can they even hear you, man? Oh man, sorry about that, brother.
No stress.
Sorry, man.
No stress. I'm gonna go get my coffee. It's all good, man. We'll just keep it going. No
Okay.
stress. All right.
Sorry, guys. I accidentally had Mitch muted, so I walked away with out muting it. Hey, that's cool, Sonic. I might check that out, brother. Yeah, no, I figured that out. I will say this though, this French press thing that my wife has, it's actually pretty good coffee. I mean, I can't really hate on it. It's actually pretty good. All right, so let me go ahead and post my watch list here. Coffee makes me feel better. There's my watch list right there. Estoy aprendiendo, which means I am learning algo something el trading. You're learning algorithmic trading. Estoy is what I'm assuming that means, Nelson. I know a little bit of Spanish. All right,
All
so
right.
Mitch, what does estoy aprendiendo algo sobre el trading mean? Does that mean I'm learning algorithmic trading or trading?
Yeah.
It does.
No, he just said he's learning something about trading.
Oh,
Yeah. So.
that's cool. You speak Spanish, right, Mitch?
Yeah. I speak Spanish,
Yeah.
guys. Hablo español. I don't use it much, you know. I kind of grew up with a Spanish family, so
TAOP
that's
not tradable. Sorry, brother. Sorry, man.
top two or three I would long. You can give me a little bit, Adam. I'll let you know.
All right, so we got GNC's tradable. TAOP, which is my favorite, is not tradable this morning. AWX is tradable. ARNC is tradable. So 3 out of the 4 stocks I'm watching are tradable, which is good. You can also see DPW is another one I'm keeping an eye on. It's tradable. Not that much cheaper stock, but it looks okay. AMD. This is that microchip sector. Big gap in pre from 1605 to 1799. It may seem small, but it's actually a decent sized gap there. For that stock's range. HMNY, we'll see what it does after that big wash it had yesterday. FCAU, kind of same thing. Had a big day yesterday, big fail. And so we'll see if it continues to wash or if it pushes up today. GM, going to keep an eye on that one again. QCOM, QCOM is another one I'm watching. Huge gap from 59.42 to 63.80. Facebook tanked after poor revenue or poor reported income or revenue yesterday. It started to tank in after hours. Huge drop from 219 on Facebook down to 171.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. A bunch of tech stocks are gonna take a hit because of it.
Yep, I think so too. AMD, few people talking about it, and yeah, that's it. But most of these are tradable, which is good. The only one that's not is TAOP, unfortunately. But we'll see how today goes. Some good books, Nelson, are some good books are Market Wizards by Jack Schwager. I like Millionaire Traders is another good one. Anybody else know any good books? Those are my 2 favorites, probably. All right, so AWX ARNC is one I'm looking at. Let's go over the news now. We'll see why some of these are moving. That's correct, Brian. Um, Yeah, guys, I don't speak Spanish that well. I know. Like I can speak very basic Spanish. And I can curse in Spanish, but that's it. Like I don't, you know.
All the bad stuff, right?
Right, exactly. Stuff I would learn growing up. My dad speaks really fluent Spanish. My dad travels to like my dad did he just got back from the Dominican Republic, and he travels like to South America and stuff like that to do like missionary work. And so he speaks really fluent Spanish. I've done one of those DNA ancestry tests, and I'm like 3% Spanish. You know, so I'm a small percentage. I'm like 3% African American, 3% Spanish, which is really interesting. But it kind of makes sense if you knew my family. So let's go over some of these news. The first one I'm looking at is I think AWX is probably just up on technicals. ARNC. ARNC doesn't really have anything new. I think it actually had something came out yesterday in after hours. All right, so ARNC is considering a takeover approach from two private equity groups. WSG reported. Blackstone Group, which is BX, and Carlyle Group, which is CG. They both approached the firm, while APO, which is Apollo Global Management, expressed interest in a possible takeover approach. And so I guess that's making ARNC push up. Gapping up a decent amount on those rumors and stuff. And so ARNC up from 1926 to 2115. I have traded this one before and had a successful trade on it. And so I'm going to watch ARNC as well. I think AWX, like I said, is just up on technicals here. Yeah, AWX is just up after yesterday's news, I believe. Actually, AWX didn't have any news yesterday that I see. Interesting. We'll see where that one goes. GNC, another one I'm looking at. All right, so it sounds like GNC posted its second quarter results. And sales, the EPS beat the street expectations, beat the 15-cent estimate. The sales were at $617.9 million, beat the $607.7 million estimate, and so GNC is up some on that news. TAOP, the only one I can't trade that I see on my watch list this morning, and it's probably my favorite one, to be honest, so we'll see what's going on with it. All right, so it sounds like TAOP received a $17 million ad distribution order from Huan Home. So a big ad distribution order for TAOP, and it's gapping up from 130 to 155. Looking at DPW, not necessarily my favorite one, but it's up some in pre. DPW here is gapping up from 51 to about 54, just a little bit under 54.
Yeah, that's why I brought up Riot still in play.
Yeah, this is a crypto stock.
That's about the only thing I really see on a solid daily long.
Yeah, the catalyst I see is DPW Holdings Intertech Systems was awarded a $4.3 million second stage project. That's the news I have for DPW, but it's very vague. It doesn't really go into depth about it. Yeah, it was awarded a $4.3 million second stage project for its computer-based command and control defense systems. Interesting. We'll see where DPW goes. Really cheap stock. Don't really like shorting it, and so unless it starts to break out at the open, I'm not really that interested in it. FB, Facebook, you can see Facebook absolutely tanked by 20% or so in after hours yesterday. I think it was bad earnings. lower than expected earnings, and they also forecast that the revenue was going to be down this year. A lot of
Yeah,
people downgrading it.
the users were really down in Europe.
Right, that's what I saw. I remember that as well. They were down in the U.S. too, but they were down significantly more in Europe.
Yeah. And it's just going to play a big factor on their ads that they changed. They're not targeting you as much now. So certain ads that they used to get more revenue from, they're just not going to be a part of. So that's going to keep the revenue a little bit lower.
Right. A lot of people were probably bullish going into the earnings, and then just got hit, you know.
I mean, it's a stock that a lot of people own because of the FANG trade.
Right.
I mean, it's in most portfolios.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are, like you said, just kind of holding it long term.
Yeah,
Kind of the Jimmy
definitely.
Buffett way of trading, you know,
Yeah.
or the
I mean, hey, I was trading when I first started trying to trade. I would look at Amazon back at 760,
right, man.
and hey,
Honestly,
hindsight 2020.
if you want to jump in trading and be like relatively successful, the best route to do it is the man, what's his name? Man, he used to be the richest guy in the world. Warren Buffett, right? Not Jimmy Buffett. Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
The Warren Buffett method of investing is easily probably the most successful method of investing there ever has been, and all it is buy a stock, hold it for 20 years. In 20 years, you'll be rich. You know what I mean? Buy a bunch of stocks, take some money, invest it, and most likely in good blue chip stocks, and most of the time you'll be well into making a lot of money doing that route. I don't know if I necessarily have the patience for it, but that's how Warren Buffett made his money. So
Hey,
yeah,
maybe
Jimmy
someday,
Buffett. Yeah,
man.
Adelaide Jimmy Buffett.
there
Right,
you
man.
go.
Right.
Margaritaville.
Yeah, man. I knew it was right. I was like Jimmy
I'll
Buffett.
be
No.
trading off of Margaritaville
Yeah.
someday, hopefully.
Yeah, man. That's the most successful way. Like I have family that trades that way, and they've done like I was talking to my grandmother about it. My grandmother trades that way. She was saying that she's made like 50,000-60,000 off of one stock in the last 15 years, and it may not seem like much, but if you're holding 20 stocks, 30 stocks, that's a big chunk of money. That's like a retirement. And so I may look to do that for retirement, but at this point,
Yeah, it's all about compound interest, man. Tony Robbins talks it really well in his finance book. If you're able to compound your interest and keep up with the stocks that you have, in 20 years, even the UPS driver can get like a couple $1,000,000.
right. Well, no. Lindsay's saying Buffett is very selective of which company he invests in. I'm not saying just randomly pick any blue chip stock. I'm saying research it and look at the fundamentals. But I'm saying it's kind of like some of them might fail, but you're going to get one really good one like most of the time. Like if I would, like for instance, Amazon, Facebook, we got tons of stocks that were going crazy, 20, 25 years ago.
Yeah, I just think about it. I had a little, it's funny, back in fifth grade, I had a little stock experiment. And I still remember I held Apple, IBM, and then some other like oil stock. But it was like, I think it was like Mobile or something like
You'd be
that. But when you
rich.
think about it, even two out of the three, I would have been rich, That was back when Apple was trading, I think, at like $20 or something like that, $23, something like that.
Yeah, I mean his mentality is just to hold it through. Like just hold it through. It's gonna make small like variances. It's gonna swing in either direction. Just hold it through. You hold it. You hold
I think
a healthy stock.
you gotta really trust in a CEO also. You know that CEOs, definitely make a difference.
For
The
sure.
best companies, have the best executives behind it.
Yeah, I was watching. If y'all want to see a good, interesting kind of thing about like a company and trading, go look at if on Netflix they have a good series on Netflix called Dirty Money, I think it's what it's called. And if they have one about VRX, which is Valiant Pharmaceuticals, right? And it talks about, and I used to trade that when I first started trading 2 years ago. I think it's VRX. It's either VRX or VLX. But when I first started trading a few years ago, I would trade VRX or VLX. Let me see. No. Let me look it up. But it used to be in the 200s, and the CEO was just bad. Yeah, it's VALE. Let's see. Oh, they changed the name. Oh, wow. They changed the name, which is understandable. It used to be VRX, now it's BHC. It must have been bought out. But it used to be up in the hundreds. I don't know where it's at now. Yeah, it must have been sold, I'm guessing. But really interesting documentary on like shorters coming in, taking advantage of it. Really interesting on Netflix. But yeah, what do you think about the volume today, Mitch? The volume's not that great, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to stick to a bigger name or something that at least looks really potential on a daily. Um, to tell you the truth, at least from the gappers list, I don't really see anything that I'm too interested in. It's more along, I'm looking at, AWX. That's just because it's, repeated day. And I'm also looking at, I got CHS. I'm also looking at a BioC. I see the daily. I'm liking the daily chart on that. If we can crack down, maybe get below
BIOC.
$5 today. Yeah, I think it rejected those six pretty hard on the daily, and I'm looking for it to crack down and
Pick
get
up
some
some
volume
volume.
at the open. Yeah,
Yeah.
pick up some volume at the open with a nice crackdown. The daily would support it coming right back down, maybe to that 485 mark, and then it could crack that and really start going down to $4, and then you see the gap below it.
Right, down to 350.
Yeah,
I'm looking at AWX, see if it I mean
that's
it
definitely going to be the one. I'm trying to find important levels to go off of, guys. Definitely that $5, but I think more 511. Watch out for 511. I'm pulling on the weekly. I'm going way back, guys. I have to go back all the way to 2014 and 2012 to draw these resistance. But I get another resistance up there at 587. So on the long potential, this is what I would think about if I wanted to scalp this long. It's not really my play, but just putting it out there for guys that are looking for longs. It would be more of a scout play up to that level in between when it breaks five and tries to run up in between those resistance. Um, you have about $1 range there from where we are now. Just to put it out there, about $1 range. I definitely do, of course, see this more on the downside. I've seen this stock fail multiple times on the daily, never really holding its gains. So the key is, even when it held its gains in 2013, it went up. It created a resistance up there at 586, came down for a couple days, swing back up there, and when it got back up there, it completely failed, going all the way down from 586 in a matter of, it just pretty much the whole year from that point on just went down. All 2014 it just went down,
Hmm.
and then 2015 it went down, and then it bounced in 2016, and then ever since then, that was those important levels, those 350s. So those are going to be very important levels on the downside, guys. That 350, it's very, very important on the weekly, going back to that little run in 2016. And now we've really, really starting to push on there. And the real key that I think what's broke us out through that 350 was the flotation being rotated. You see 14 million on the daily or on this week, and on the daily you get up there. We got 10 million on 725. Yesterday or today has been a little bit lower. I want to see it get above that 2 million mark if you're looking for more of that long side, and if it's just starting to wash at the open, that's what I really kind of expect from this stock. I could see like a red to green. That's why I'm kind of worried more on this stock to try to nail it all the way down. If I do nail this stock, I'm going to be trying to get in and out of it. As you see on the 5 minute yesterday, it was just, it came down and went right back up, guys.
Right.
Went up, right back down, up, right back down, up, right back down. That's a pattern, guys. So that tells you that the stock can go straight back down for us and give us some good profit, but it also tells us that there hasn't been any continuation on the downside.
Yeah.
Every time it gets to a support, it bounces.
I also
So
don't see any catalyst for this one that I know. So just for that reason alone, I mean, it kind of went parabolic yesterday. Not necessarily parabolic, but it pushed up big yesterday. It's got a lot of obvious resistance at 5, like Mitch was saying. But I'm looking at it for a short just because it's up. I didn't see any catalyst on this one.
yeah, no, and with no catalyst, especially a stock like this, and making moves like that, we're gonna be watching it. It's held a flag pretty much. If you watch, it's pretty balanced there on a 5 minute.
Mm-hmm.
And
Look,
1 minute looks a little bit more confusing, but the 5 minute you can see a little bit better of the tail, the pre-market.
look how weak HMNY looks.
I'm sure that one's gonna be weak, man. That thing, if there's any shorter willing to step up, they're gonna step up on that one.
Yesterday it had a horrible day. This is the one that had that split, didn't it?
Yeah, it split up to 21 dollars or something like that.
And then came right back down. I think everybody kind of knows this is a bad. This is Movie Pass, right?
Yeah, this is a lovely movie pass.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's a stock that just changed its business just to kind of get some interest in investors, and definitely, it definitely, they're selling shares up there, so you could see a swing in the day. You could get a push, so you got to be careful with it because investors could be taking some shares down here and it could push up.
Right. Hey, hold the stream down for a second, Mitch. I'll be right back, brother.
Yeah, by all means, guys. All right, guys. So it's 9:25, guys. This is when I try to remind you guys to try to start visualizing your play, more of a specific play on a specific stock. You got to know the strategy you're trying to nail. The more and more visualization you're gonna have, the better stress-free you're gonna trade. It's kind of funny, but you gotta just literally just close your eyes and see that candle moving. Know where you're gonna get in that execution, so that when you see it in like 5, 10 minutes, you're able to just nail on it. I like that my long trader that I follow isn't really that interested in AWX.
All right. So, good morning, Van. Good morning, Tiny. All right. So, yeah, definitely a lower volume day today.
Without a doubt.
Hopefully we can get some, you know, momentum going today. Yesterday was a good day for Mitch and I both. We'll see how today
Yeah,
goes.
profitable Wednesday, guys.
Right, man. And that just shows it's all about volume, not even the day of the week. It's just about volume. So we got to identify when the volume is good, like yesterday, and take our chances. And then days like today, we got to protect our account. That's what today's about. Good morning, Sean. What's up, brother? Good morning, Amy. Good morning, Munship. Be a few other kind of small stocks I'm looking at. EXPR, right at the whole dollar of 10. BPI is gapping up some. I'm definitely going to watch BPI here. Um, but like Mitch said, it's kind of a higher cap stock today, or a higher cap day.
Yeah, Facebook could be a good short right there, man. Yeah. I don't know how to trade that one, but it could be.
Right, I have no idea how to trade that one either, man.
It would be. It would be me definitely stepping up to the plate on a crazy day. Um, the 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 pattern that I like from Facebook and these bigger stocks that do this, so they since they essentially are kind of like gapping down, I look for them to bounce to a resistance. So prices that I would look for would be about 181 or up there to 184. So you look for that surge up there to a resistance, and then you short off of a resistance. Um, Definitely a stock you don't want to catch at the bottom and watch it just spike up to a resistance on the short side. Um, a huge room. If you do take it, I mean, it's going to be moving about, I say, average $10, maybe up to even $20 today. So the share size has to be accordingly.
Right. There's also BPI. All right, market's opening right now, guys, so good luck. Let's see if we get some good plays going.
I'm liking there's a big bid on BIOC. There's 100 sitting on the bid. Let's see if it just slides through. There was a nice sale that went through there just before that 21,000 at 80.
ARNC sitting right at the whole half dollar at 2050.
AWX getting slammed hard there.
Yep. Watching this one for a possible fade here. Yeah, AWX down to 462. BPI spiking up some here, up to 1025. We'll see if some volume comes in. Facebook rebounding here. It's up to 177.60.
Hey, like I said, guys, look for those key resistance to go off of Facebook.
MU spiking up as well. Look at possible VWAP fade right here on AWX. It's a little too early for me, though. And this could be a washout long.
Oof, I wanted to take it there. It didn't get filled.
On AWX?
Yeah, I looked for 471.
Yeah, it's just too early for me.
Yeah, I
It
was gonna
looks
take
good,
it.
though.
I was gonna take it for a continuation play. So it would have been 50 shares there, and as it broke down and came back to the VWAP, I was gonna look to add probably about 100 shares. Try to get up to 150.
Yeah, it still looks good, honestly. I mean,
But it needs to break the support. I agree with you. It's a little early. The support is 454. Let's watch that number. If it cracks that number pretty hard, that's the number I'm going to be looking after this. You see right there how it went to it?
yep.
That's called technical reading, guys.
There's the fade.
So now you look for the bounce. Now we look for the, and I want to see low volume down here, low volume, big volume selling at the open. That's exactly what I want to see.
Kind of bummed out. The volume was so good in pre the last few days, or the last few weeks, really, for summertime.
I'm watching the volume. I don't want it to get past that last bar, which was 69,000. It's looking interesting here.
Bouncing to the VWAP. The only problem, I'm worried about a washout long, especially
There you
now.
go.
There's the washout long. That's
No, it's testing a little bit. Remember, guys, we want to see where the body closes. Just don't overreact. Wait till you see the body close.
there. It did. It
You
closed
see
over the VWAP.
it closed over the VWAP. That's what we want to. That's the key, really. There. So now we closed over it, and now we're gonna watch how the resistance is being created up there. Pretty hard. So now it's range bound, guys, from 490 to 454.
Washout
The
long on
key.
G and C. Sorry, Mitch.
No, you're good. The key is gonna be the volumes on those levels at 454 or 490s, 487s up there.
AMD possible washout long too. We got a few of them. GNC just broke the high of the day. Up with 350. It's going to test 360, which is the high of pre. And there's the big tank down to AWX. You see it's a triple top at the high of the day here. And it's probably going to end up washing, I'm guessing. But,
It's holding those 54s.
yep.
You see, that's using technical, guys. Really use your supports and your resistance, guys. It helps you see the stock so much better. Oh, it's right there. I tried to grab it at 70s on the bid.
Slam down. Yeah, this GNC washout long looks good. Giving it some time. Low volume day, though. Not too much activity right now. Few long setups that I see. AMD.
CHS guys approaching 893, could make a run to 9.
There's the spike back up on AWX.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it break the range, guys. Pay attention to another stock. SENS. Not tradable. Good fade there. Tiva. I like it. I like it.
TEVA? Yeah,
Yeah.
I see it too.
All right. The only thing is it did get above it. So what I want to see right here, there's some pretty good volume on that last candle right there.
GNC
That
breaking the pre-market high. Yeah, it kind of looks like an opening range breakout for AWX if it pushes up here. We'll see though. Either way, it could be an opening range breakout or breakdown. Just depending if it holds the VWAP area.
Tiva can bounce up just slightly above the VWAP. I might take it off like 87s. It would be like 77s off 87s with smaller share size.
GNC's looking bullish here. Nice little washout long.
Hey guys, CHS approaching those 9s, guys. It's holding pretty well there.
There's the bounce on Tiva.
Yeah, I liked it at 23.77. I didn't get filled, but it's up with AWX still hanging around.
Yeah, it's still kind of bouncing
Failed
back
one
and
more
forth.
time
Really
there.
swingy.
Yeah, it
Looking
failed
at
one
a
more time there. I'm gonna really
AMD.
pay attention to this 54s now.
There's the drop. We'll see if we get the crack here. It's testing the lows. Really swingy, really sideways on AWX here.
Well,
Waiting for that either crack of the high or the low here. It cracked the high for a split second and then came right back down. So very kind of tricky stock right now. Watching
trying to short
AMD.
Tiva. Trying to short Tiva. Trying to short at 78, 7. So I need a little bounce to get me filled.
Looks like a good setup.
Yeah, I liked when he reject those 80s. I was trying to get filled, but I hit it and just wasn't able to get it on the downside.
Yeah, I'm watching GRNC and or GNC insurance looking good. GERN as well.
Got to be careful here. It's swaying up there on me. And I got filled.
There goes AWX testing these lows here.
I'm in there at 79, guys. Risk is going to be 85 here.
I like it, tight risk, which you kind of have to do on days like today with the market like this. AMD had a really nice VWAP bounce.
All right, guys. I don't want to see it over 82 now.
There's the drop on
Stay
AWX.
tight with it.
Just broke the 50s. See if we get that continuation there.
Want to see it slam here, guys. Do the 75s.
On Tiva.
Yeah. There you go. A little bit of volume there. Still no big seller. That's the only problem I'm having this trade. No big seller there, guys.
HMNY rising. You can see BPI is kind of moving here as well. GNC maybe bounce off the VWAP here. What I'm really looking for in GNC is a comeback down, maybe a VWAP rejection. AMD, really nice little bounce on the VWAP here. If you look at AMD, looked bullish, broke the VWAP area, and then bounced off of it really nice up to that 750 level.
All right, guys, I'm out.
What's up, Andre? How you doing, brother?
Got to that 82 level. I don't like it. I'll get out for a really, really small loss. $3 loss, guys.
Nice.
It gave me a chance, though. 75 there. I didn't want to take profits there. There's no point, guys. It's 5 cents. I was looking for that crackdown. I just didn't get it. I think what happened there is I didn't get someone to join me. Didn't never really hit 82s. That's kind of what I wanted to get out on. It showed it on the ask, never filled there. Should have maybe waited to at least 82, but it was getting too tight in that consolidation range. You guys, CHS guys, I called it out from 895 there, guys. Broke through the 9s, up there to 910. Coming back down, looks like it could hold that $9. Look for that hold at 9 for about 5 minutes, guys.
Watching BPI here. Don't really see much I like this morning though. Obviously, honestly, not too much to really talk about. So kind of looking for that VWAP rejection setup maybe come along. Um, Not the best market conditions, honestly, right now. Very slow, choppy day. Haven't jumped in anything yet. Don't know if I really want to at this point until I see something good. Everything I'm watching was kind of bullish, anyways. A lot of bullish activity, and so not too much to really talk about. TAOP, if you can trade it. I don't think we can trade it, but TAOP kind of looking okay.
Yeah, guys. If AWX guys reverses through this like kind of bearish time and goes through that 490, expect a rip through 5, guys. CHS guys, still holding up there. It's interesting on the long side.
Look at AMD, Mitch.
Oh, I'm watching Tiva kind of play games. AMD, let's take a quick look. Yeah, not bad. That was a spot right there. You saw a little level 2 flash there at 1730s.
We'll see if this VWAP area holds its resistance at this point. See if it comes back down. What if Facebook end up doing today? But yeah, really slow day, guys.
I think it's still trying to get up there to that important level.
Watching GNC here.
Touching the resistance right now at 178. It could start failing hard there through it.
On Facebook, if it breaks underneath that, yeah.
Yep. If it breaks down this and then breaks down through 7750, that's your confirmation, and it can go to the VWAP.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Just not my style of play.
Me neither. But I'm watching AMD for that VWAP rejection here. See if it gets rejected at this point. It got rejected hard on the VWAP just now. We'll see where it heads here. Honestly, just a terrible day in the market, though. Here's the VWAP test again on AMD. Watching for that VWAP rejection here. Looking at MU here. If MU breaks under 54, could start to wash. We'll watch that one, MU. BSPM kind of slowly coming up to test the $0.50 BSPM. See if some volume comes in here. And I'm keeping an eye on AWX, but it's shown the propensity to kind of be a little fake outish, sketchy. BPI still steady pushing up here. BPI testing 12 now. Good long setup, riding the VWAP all morning. Testing that $12 point now, but it looked good this morning, especially for an entry around that $11 area.
That TAOP just is going off on the momentum scanner that we can't trade.
Yeah, we can't trade it, unfortunately.
DDDD.
Look at the VWAP fade on DDD.
It's just not too much volume, but
yeah,
surely not the prettiest one.
No.
I don't see anything really pretty.
AWX testing the lows here.
There's TiVo above 82s, guys, so essentially it's a good trade.
TWX back under the $0.50. Testing these lows again. We'll see if it actually breaks it this time. And GNC cracked under the VWAP here. Yeah, AWX.
Man, I'm looking at the time and sales for CHS, and at 880, there's 126,000 shares that went through in one order.
You said what was the stock?
CHS. That's probably why it's up here at the 910 area.
Nice. Yeah.
It was at 880, and then there was another order that went through for 21,000 shares there at the open. One was at the close and one was at the open.
Yeah, it's been riding that VWAP area.
Same exchange, New York.
I'm really kind of watching GNC here for a crack under those lows at 340, especially if it holds this 350 area as resistance. Just so choppy right now in this market. Just so choppy, man. Everything's choppy.
X, U low. Interesting here, like maybe off of 50s, but the squeeze is going to be so hard if it doesn't crack through it.
On what, AWX?
Yeah, that's my problem with AWX. It's not a bad play around this area, the 54s.
It's so
the
choppy.
big area, remember? 54s maybe. But yeah, you're going to have to risk right off that VWAP 65, and it's going to be fast, that move.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
CHS going down. It didn't go up through the 910, guys.
I'm kind of watching GNC for a bounce up to 350. If that area holds its resistance, I may consider it. But you know, like I said before, days like today are kind of account preservation days. I'm not trying to take any substantial risks in this very choppy, kind of sketchy market with it being this slow. And so I'm just preserving my account. Don't really see too much I like. May not be the most exciting stream, but you know, it's important for traders to understand that, you know, days like today where everything's really choppy and kind of fake outish are gonna happen, and you can't be so anxious to trade that you end up getting in bad trades. You know what I mean? And so it's all about preserving my account at this point. I just want my account to stay healthy and not take any substantial risks.
Want to look at V-Ray?
Tanking down, picking up some volume there on the drop.
Yeah, there's some volume there at 77s, then 75s, then 72. So
watching GNC here, see if it holds this 350 area as resistance. BLCM, PGNX. A little VWAP fade on BLCM. Low volume though. Yeah, here's the squeeze on AWX, and it's gotten squeezed up here a few times. Let's see if it finally cracks.
is TIVA below the VWAP again?
Yeah, there's the squeeze up on AWX.
There's AWX, guys. Like I said, through fives, guys. There's the squeeze, guys. It's going to halt, guys.
I believe it. See, this is the biggest risk for the VWAP fade. Yeah, it's halted right now. Easily halted.
Guys, I don't do this often, but I'm in there.
Long?
Long.
What?
50 shares.
Hey, good luck, brother. Hey, it looks good, man. It looks good. It looks like it's going to...
Guys, this is the one thing about TEFs that I will tell you guys that you can take advantage of. When it's starting to do this whole little halt thing, normally most exchanges are not going to be able to get you in. This lets you do it.
Yeah, it's at its lifetime highs right now, brother. So I think it'll work
I'm
out for
looking
you.
for it to open, guys, and immediately I'll look for it to open above 5 and I'll look to close it. I only took 50 shares though, guys.
That's the smart way to do it, though. Look at
Yeah, I said I thought really quickly, guys. Do I want to risk this? Do I think it can get up about 50, 60 cents? Yes. What's my downside risk, guys? It's probably going to be down to that 470. So about 30 cents. I think I can get 60 cents out of this. So that's why I went with it. I got 50 shares. At the very worst, it crashes 50 cents and it's not going to kill me.
look at AMD for that. I kind of called this one out, that VWAP projection here on AMD. Really nice VWAP projection. Kind of that setup I was talking about. Push down to around the lows of the day, bounce to the VWAP, continuation down. So hopefully it's a 5-minute halt, but yeah, that squeeze got it up there, brother.
Hey, anybody along with me on AWX? There you go. There's Salty.
MOSY. Yeah, MOSY breaking the highs here.
Guys, the reason I took it also is because it held those lows like pretty well. Just saw it, and with 325,000 shares, I'm sure there's some chat rooms coming long.
Watching MU for a possible VWAP projection here.
BSPM, guys. BSPM on the long side, going off on the momentum scanner.
Man, yeah, look at BSPM starting to skyrocket up there. So when was it halted? At 8:52. It's 8:55, so maybe it'll be resumed in about 2 minutes. Look at AMD for this low of the day. Just tank here on AMD. Came all the way back down, broke the lows. So we got about 40 seconds until it should be resumed. If it's a 5-minute halt, it could be a longer halt than that. We'll see.
So you guys, right now I'm just setting up kind of tickets to where I would want to sell. Also a defense uh, ticket, and then also I have ready a bailout just in case I need a bailout.
There goes. There's the resume. See if it finds support at 5 is what I'm looking for at this point.
Not liking it.
What was your entry?
Uh, this is keeps saying. All right, I'm gonna have to mark it out.
Make sure you don't have a stop set. If you do have a stop set, you gotta cancel it. Is what it is.
No, it's saying symbol is halted, guys.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Hey, it's pushing up for you at least, but try restarting your thing, man. Is the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, that's all I'm thinking of. What's the price at?
491.
All right, guys, I got out of there. I'm not gonna take the
Good.
risk anymore. I don't know what happened there, but I think it's gonna be more of a technical issue with tips that I'm gonna have to talk with them about.
I mean, it's back up to over 5.
Yeah, like it's at the point where if I wasn't going through all the struggles, I might have kept the position because I was only gonna sell at 470, but is at the point where like with all these troubles, I'm not gonna take the risk, guys. I'll just take a $6 loss there, guys. Done for the day, $9 down. I'm not gonna stress and try to put something into nothing here, guys.
I feel you. GNC, there's that wash I was looking for. See, I kind of called this one out on the nose. So I said, whenever this one was down here, I said I'd like a bounce back to 350, see that area hold as resistance, and then a wash, and that's exactly what it did. And
Yeah,
GNC's talking.
I tried to put a sellout order when it opened and it slammed up at 520. I put a sell order out there at 525, but it was doing the halted thing anyways. It didn't even get up there. But I did give you guys insight on a little bit on tips there. If you do see a chance that you do want to take into a halt, I only would recommend it maybe on a first halt that you really think is going to open up and rip. Um,
Look at
but
GNC,
it will
guys.
let you grab it.
Sorry, Mitch.
BSPM opened up, guys.
Yeah, look at GNC. Beautiful tank there.
Is BSPM tradable?
I don't think so.
No, it isn't. But man, that one ripped open. That's more the halt that I like to see.
What I'm kind of interested in is BPI here.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad here on BPI.
GNC.
I know, man. I kind of called this one out on the nose, and I'm kind of kicking myself for not trading it. But whenever it was down here at 345, I said I'd really like a bounce back to the whole dollar of the half dollar of 350, and then hold that area hold as resistance, and it did beautifully. It got rejected there. It came all the way back down to 320. So,
Yep.
kind of looking at BPI here, looking for another VWAP projection at 1090.
Man, Groupon has been impressive today. I think it might have met its top there at 550. There's a resistance there.
But yeah, I'm really, days like today are really what makes me miss volume in the market. Sorry, guys, just checking it back up with the chat. Good luck, insurance. Have a good one, brother. Nice, Stevie. Congrats. Awesome trade. Yeah, Salty said on TradeNet you have to, or on Tefts, you have to wait a minute after the halt to get out.
Excellent.
Nice, Tiny. Hey, congrats. Good job trading. What's up, TJ? How you doing, brother? Yeah, GNC, I mean, that was the trade to make. Only kind of good setup I've seen that I really liked. AMD bouncing maybe back to the VWAP here. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, BSPM just skyrocketing, halted again up to 270.
Tiva looks interesting, but it's also just one of those plays that I think it's on the verge of both sides. So
Yeah, it's just sideways consolidation action right now.
yeah, you see the 5 minute. The 5 minute just tells you it's just sideways. 1 minute's just fake yachty.
Nice, DJ. Congrats, brother. Made 55 on ARNC. What did ARNC ended up doing? I was watching it earlier. It broke above the VWAP, kind of riding it now. See if it bounces here at 21 for ARNC. What's that noise, brother? Ugh.
You know what it is, bro.
Landscapers?
Yeah, bro.
I gotta mute you for a second, man.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, I think they're gone. I think they're gone. Alright, you're unmuted now.
There you go. No stress.
Watching BPI here, possible viewer projection. It's up a lot today. In GNC, I'm really curious to see if GNC can break underneath this right here. This support at 320. Come back down to 315, maybe 310. Track Racer stated, BSPM has a market cap of 4 million. It is a chat pump. It will be crushed. Yeah, I could see that, honestly. Facebook bouncing off of that support at 175.
Yeah, it just broke through that 177.50, guys. That was an important level there. Hitting supports right now.
Nice, John. Yeah, unfortunately, BSPM is not tradable for me. But man, this thing is going crazy. Up to 340s. You see all this resistance line I've drawn there previously on BSPM. So it should have some resistance here from earlier in the year. OCN.
Guys, eyes over 20. That's an alert for me. Eyes over 20.
Yeah, I mean, OCN doesn't look too bad. It looks really weak. Um, volume's low. See, look, you can see how much support and resistance matters. Like if you look at, you know, these lines I drew here previously, these are lines I drew, half a year ago maybe, and they're still holding as resistance. Obviously the 350, but there's also resistance above that. And so you can see a pullback to the VWAP here. I wouldn't be surprised to see BSPM bounce off the VWAP at 250 and then continue. It could also easily tank and come back down to 2. So watching those levels. Stranger danger. Track racer. Track racer goes, you're lucky you can't trade at BSPM. Stranger danger. Yeah, it's most likely a pump. Is it halted on the way down now? It is. Gross.
So it's lovely.
Yeah. Appreciate the sub, Aaron. Appreciate the sub. What did he say? I have to look at my laptop to see what he said. But appreciate the sub, Neo, Aaron, and other guy. Appreciate it, brother. But yeah, a slow day today. Look at AWX here, just tanking hard. Facebook coming back down to that previous low at 176. Ooh, look at that drop on AWX there. There it goes. Look at this drop. Wow.
I wasn't watching the level 2s. I kind of get off of it after I lost in it. I didn't want to make a revenge trade.
Look at time and sales.
That's what you got to pay attention to, guys.
It's going to get halted right here, I think. There it goes. Yep. Halted. Caught it. Very obvious to see that it was getting halted. Whenever I see a stock that's moving with that much volume, I see the level 2 freeze, I know a halt's coming, So AWX halted on the way down here. Don't know how I feel about it. But very sketchy market day, honestly. A lot of stuff getting halted. Not that much volume. But BSPM, AWX acting really kind of shady here. I feel kind of bad for anybody caught in that BSPM halt, because that's one that kind of came out of nowhere on that first pullback it made after that huge run. So be careful, guys.
Yeah, these stocks are making these up, straight down moves today, guys. Be careful.
It's fake out city right now. I'm glad I haven't traded anything just because it's so risky at this point.
Yeah, man, definitely.
All right, so at 10:10 was when the AWX was halted. Justin, I think halts today are just people getting squeezed out, and I think with that much kind of panic, it causes the stocks to get halted. Like BSPM on this pullback here, everybody's long going up to this 347 level. Everybody's long on it. When it has this, ridiculous pullback from 350 to 250, which is an entire dollar pullback, which is just crazy, like a 30-40 cent drop that quick.
I'm going to take one more trade, guys. I'm seeing shorters get in there on Tiva at 23.77 at the VWAP. There's some pretty good sizing going through there. The reason I'm taking this trade is that I can risk 5 cents. I'm more than willing to risk 5 cents on this trade.
Level 2 looks good. Level 2 is just paying. It might get halted here. No. Yeah, I mean, the market's looking kind of shady right now, honestly. CVSI. Appreciate it, Track Racer. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate the support, man. Nice, Andre. Good job, brother. Do you think Tiva's halted, man? I mean, it's gonna get halted. It's just staying there. Appreciate the sub,
No,
Texas. Welcome,
it
brother.
just
Appreciate
it
it.
had some bigger volume that went through there, and now it's just kind of tightening up because it's at a point where if it breaks down at 75, it will really hammer down. Above this though, above 80s, I'll just get out. So there's some size that went in there at 77.
So yeah, we really want to see it get rejected here for Mitch on TEVA. What are you in at? 23.75, 23.76?
Yeah, 75.
There's the rejection we want to see. All right, so BSPM's resumed. It's down to 230s now. Somebody asked, let's see. Somebody asked, can you guys tell me how big your accounts are currently? I mean, this is a TEFS account, TEFS, and so they give me 14,000 in buying power. I'm down about 200, so I'm at 13,800. But, you know, I've been, the last 2 or 3 weeks or so, I've kind of hovered around this area, and I've been gross profit a majority of these days. But since I've been using smaller sizing, the gains really haven't been shown. I was planning on using bigger sizing this week.
Good.
Yeah,
Let's see if we get this cracked.
I like that rejection under that 2380. But like I said, Mitch and I were planning on me upping my sizing this week because I've been showing consistent profits, at least gross profits, which means I just need to use bigger sizing. But the volume is just so bad this week. It's probably the worst week there's been in the last few months. And so I just don't want to risk, you know, when volumes like this, most traders should revert back to a account preservation style. You know what I mean? You don't want to get really risky here with volume like this just because there is no volume. It's just patterns need momentum and they need volume in order to have that momentum. And so with the market like this, it's just risky. AWX is resumed. It's at 430 now. All the way back down to 405, getting hammered here on AWX. A lot of shorts jumping in, I think. Watching the level 2. There's the drop, looking good for you. Let's see if we can get that crack. It's got a lot of support at 23.75, but if it can crack under there, Mitch, it looks good.
Yep.
We tried shorting AWX earlier and it ended up faking us out. And at this point, I think it's a little extended on the downside, so I'm not going to jump in it. But I mean, who knows? It could end up coming back down. It's just not. It's just not the risk I want to take right now. Most days I at least get in one trade during the day, but today I just haven't seen anything I really like. The best setup I saw today was this VROP rejection on GNC. You know, this breakdown, bounce back up to 450 and then come right back down. Really good opportunity there, but that's it. It's the only one I really saw that I really liked. V Reyna, I mean, I wouldn't say we trade full time. I have other, you know, I have a lot of other businesses that I do that pay the bills for me. Trading's not quite there yet. I usually just trade the first hour or two in the day. It's what kind of my sweet spot, you know. Appreciate the sub, Brian. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. BSPM. We'll see if it holds resistance at that 250 level. It's at 230 now. But yeah, when the volume's low, you see a lot of consolidation in the market. Just a lot of sideways action. You can see Facebook sideways after that big push. TEVA sideways. AWX has been sideways. It just broke down, but SFS Davian. Yeah, SFS for this VWAP projection here. Looks okay. Very low volume though. Appreciate the sub, D. Oakton. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man.
There's the push. There was 25,000 shares that went through there at 76.
Level 2 looks good. Or not, the time and sales looks good. A lot of red.
Just need these 75s to crack and get through 74.
Look, here goes GNC cracking under the lows here, under 320.
Another 25,000 shares there at 75.
So yeah, Mitch is in this one, break even at this point, I think, at 23.75. Looking for it to crack under TEVA.
Yeah, guys, I was when I was watching it, I was actually trying to get in more at 23.74 on the breakdown. And as you see on that 10-12 minute candle, I got a little faked out there. It went to 23.74.5.
TAOP short. Yeah, a little VWAP projection on TAOP earlier. Just the momentum's just not in the market right now. I do like this setup. The reason I like TAOP.
I'm out, guys.
Break even, basically, huh?
I got out there at 79.
Yeah, 4-cent loss. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, down 13 for the day, guys. I'll be fine.
All right, so I kind of like the setup on TAOP. You see this gap right here in between 146 and 129, 130. So we got a little bit of a gap to fill here. I can't trade it, unfortunately, but that's kind of what I'm looking at. YUMC, ADMA. Yeah, look at YUMC. It may be a VWAP bounce here. I'm looking for this to bounce off of the VWAP at 38. MTSL. MTSL riding the VWAP, running up some here. But yeah, just a slow, boring day, guys.
Yeah, really.
There's not much going on. Hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers. Hopefully, the volume will be back next week. Facebook struggling at 176. Yeah, it looks, I mean, if it breaks under there, it looks weak. May fill the gap down to 174. Yeah, MTSL riding the VWAP as well, you can see. Still low volume for the most part on MTSL, but we'll see where it goes here. The only way area I'd like to enter this is on a pullback. I like that pullback down to 270. At this point, it's too extended on the upside for me to want to go long in it. What do you mean, Felix? How do you make it show what price it's trading at all of the routes? I mean, the level 2 shows you the price of the bid and the ask, and then the route, and then Thinkorswim has this here: bounce on Facebook and bounce on MTSL at the 290. Nice, NYC. Good job. Good job. But yeah, I'm actually going on another vacation. I told my wife we need to stop going on vacations because I don't have enough time to work. But this Saturday, I'm going on a vacation, and I'll be gone. I'm going to Michigan, so if any of you guys are in Michigan, we could go grab a beer. OCN's tradable. Felix, or no, who said that? Alex, OCN's tradable. It's just like days like today, you know, the biggest problem I think with new traders, and I'm not trying to act like I'm better than anybody really, but I think the biggest problem with new traders is they don't know when to just sit on their hands, right? A lot of times new traders will force trades and then they'll take bigger losses on days like today, and then they'll get in another one and they'll end up taking bigger losses. And so if you're going to trade, you should trade like Mitch does, like the way Mitch did today, which is set really tight stops, get out as soon as it turns against you. And that's kind of a scalping style of trading, which I think is kind of the best way to do it in this market. But days like today, I just want to sit on my hands. I see the volume is just low. Like yesterday, the volume was good, and you could see Mitch and I both took our shots and did well. But when the volume's low like this, it's just the momentum's not there. There's a lot of fake outs. Days like today are what can kind of ruin people's accounts, is because there's just so many fake outs. It's really hard to find reliable setups. I mean, there's some good long setups today. Don't get me wrong. I see a few good long setups, but especially with shorting today, it's just tough. Not saying you can't make money on days like today. Not saying that you didn't or anything like that. I'm sure some people made some money, but it's just not my ideal trading conditions right now. And so it's just slow, choppy, a lot of fake outs, not that many VWAP fades, which is ultimately what I look for. And so I'm just kind of sitting on my hands, which I think is important. There's always going to be days like today where there's not any good setups. And if there's not any good setups, then you got to just stay away, keep yourself from trading. Woof, I'm smoking those electric cigarettes, bro. I don't smoke real cigarettes. I just smoke electric ones. I'm trying to quit these as well, but I'll get there.
All right, guys, I don't see anything out here. I've been looking through charts for the last like 5, 10 minutes. I don't see anything I like, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get on out of here a little bit early. You guys take care. Like I did today, guys. You just gotta risk manage. You don't want to go ahead and definitely put risk out today. I put a small amount of risk out there. Each trade was with 100 shares or less. So really, the only trade that I actually wanted to increase a little bit more risk um, was probably the AWX, and I took it with smaller share size, 50 shares. As we saw, it didn't pan out through the halt. Um, but hey, it could happen next time. It's not really a play that I play often. Just more the play. I saw the reversal. I knew it was an important price. I saw about 300,000 volume get up there, so I took a shot. Tiva is where we lost a little bit more. We lost on 2 trades there. Um, I think I just got a little faked out there on the move down to 74. I wanted that real signal to hit 74. What happened, what gave me confidence is that I started seeing on the time and sales about 10,000 shares go through there at 77. So this is why I was willing to take 75s off 77s and risk off of those 80s. But that's going to be it for me, guys.
All right, brother. Have a good one, man.
Take it easy, guys.
Later, bro. All right, so yeah, like Mitch said, there's just not that much volume in the market right now. BSPM pushing back up to 3 here. You can see BSPM. But yeah, I'm probably going to go ahead and close the stream down right now as well, guys. There's just not that much volume. It's just slow. Like I said, this is kind of an account preservation environment is what I consider. There's just not any good plays for me. No good setups that I like, and I'm just waiting for ideal setups. Yesterday was a good day. I'm still gross profit up on the week. Monday was break even. The day before Tuesday was a $5 loss, and then yesterday was a $12 gain. And so, with regard to gross profits, I'm up on the week, even though I've had one break even and one red day. So not too bad here. Probably about break even on the week. Hopefully the volume will be there tomorrow. I'm not really confident it's going to be, and so I'm just crossing my fingers that some volume is back tomorrow. But yeah, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. I day trade live on stream every weekday morning, starting at 8:45 a.m. market time, stream until about 10:15, 10:30. It's almost 10:30 now. So yeah, guys, if you also want to do me a favor, hit the like button on this video. I definitely appreciate it if you do, and it does help support us. So click the like button if you want to do me a favor. And yeah, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. Be careful in this market. Volume's really low. And yeah, like I said, good luck. Have a good rest of the day, guys.